Hey Alize, so I'm going to show you how to do these problems using the calculator on your Alex. So this first one has a picture of the triangle. And remember, for all of these types of problems, we have to remember the SOHCAHTOA so we can figure out which one of the trigonomic functions we need to use on the calculator. So if you look at what you have the 67-degree angle. And then you have 74, which is opposite of that angle. So I'm going to call it O. And then they want you to find the bottom question mark, which is adjacent to that angle. So according to SOHCAHTOA, that tells me that I'm going to use tan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my problem so that it says tan of the angle, which is 67 degrees, is equal to, and the O stands for opposite, so 74 over the adjacent, which we're going to call x because we need to find it. Then what you need to do is you need to put tan over 1, so whatever trigonomic function you have, you put it over 1, and you cross multiply. So you get x times tan of 67 is equal to 74. And to solve for x, my last step would be to divide by the tan of 67 onto both sides. So this is where you use the Alex calculator. There's a little like calculator looking thing in the top right hand corner on all of your questions. And if you hit that, then you want to punch this number in. So you're going to punch in 74 divided by tan of 67. And your Alex calculator will be all like ready to go. So tan of 67, you should get an answer for this one to be 31, and it looks like it wants you to round to the nearest tenth, so 31.4. So your answer here would be 31.4 feet. Okay, so use that Alex calculator because it will have it in the right mode. The next one that you gave me is very similar, still following the SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so SOHCAHTOA, but now this time we're going to use a special thing on this Alex calculator because this time we're trying to find the angle. So first, let's label what we have. So in relation to x, we have 33 is opposite of x because it's across from it, and 21 is adjacent to x because it's next to it. So again, we're going to use tan. But this time we have, if I set up my problem, I have the tan of the angle, which is called x, is equal to, opposite is 33 over adjacent is 21. Now what you're going to do is you're going to hit that calculator. You're going to hit that calculator on Alex, and you're going to select this. You're going to select that function on the calculator because this is how you find the angle. So anytime that you want to find the angle, you're going to hit what this is called tan inverse. So once you hit that button, you're going to then plug in 33 divided by 21, and then you will get your answer. So if I do it on my calculator here, I'll get tan inverse 33 divided by 21, and it wants you to round to the nearest tenth of a degree, so you should get 57.5 degrees for your answer there. Okay, so anytime that it asks for an angle, if it's asking for an angle, then you're going to use that symbol on the calculator called tan inverse. And then the last question that you sent, the last screenshot that you sent. This one wants you to find cosine. Okay, so this one takes a little bit more work, okay? Because again, according to SOHCAHTOA, the cosine one is this middle one. So according to that, we need the adjacent side to the angle, and we need the hypotenuse to the angle. So if you look at your problem, your right triangle, we are given 15 is opposite of the theta. We call that theta. And 17 is the hypotenuse of the triangle. But remember, we need to find this side, the adjacent side. So first, you're going to have to do the Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared in order to find that side. So a squared, we're just going to leave it called a squared because we don't know what it is, plus the b is the 15 because it's the other side is equal to c, remember, stands for the hypotenuse. So you got 17 squared. So we're going to use this to figure it out. So 15 squared is 225. So you have a squared plus 225 is equal to 17 squared. Whoops, 17 times 17 is 289. Then you're going to subtract the 225 from both sides. So 289 minus 225 is 64. And then to get my a by itself, to figure out what it actually is, I'm going to square root, because the opposite of squaring something is square rooting it. And if I square root that number, it comes out to a nice 8. The square root of 64 is 8. So now that we know what the adjacent side is, all they want for an answer is a fraction. So you're going to hit the fraction bar and you're going to put in SOHCAHTOA, so we need adjacent, which is 8, over hypotenuse, which is 17. And then you're done. That is your final answer there. All right, let me know if you have any more questions. You can send me the screenshots, okay? All right, good luck.